Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Fandom Flux podcast, episode 49. We are really creeping up on that anniversary, by the way. That is next month. I, as always, am KCW, for I am the Nightman, fighter of the Dayman, champion of the moon, and dickhole to everyone.
Oh.
I wanted to do it for once.
Right.
I couldn't think of anything more appropriate. And with me, we have Slicer.
Racist babies swear vengeance.
What?
Yeah, another spam email. Racist babies swear vengeance.
What?
I don't.
Okay.
Don't ask.
Okay.
I can't decide whether I like my own spam emails more. I get pictures of naked ladies a lot. So that's pretty good, but racist babies swear vengeance. I can't decide. Anyway, we also have Zero.
Zero here, your weekly dose of potassium and vitamin C. Yes, because I like both of those.
All right.
Dude, like I eat bananas like no other. Got all that potassium.
Bananas are one of those weird things where I don't like actual bananas, but I like artificial banana flavor.
But bananas are awesome.
I'll eat banana chips. I hate actual bananas.
Am I the only person who likes actual bananas?
Would you
I
say
like
banana
bananas.
chips? Do you mean like the dried ones? Dried banana? Okay,
Me-
yeah, those are
Me
pretty
and
good.
Casey like bananas. We're going to join the banana club.
I
Yeah.
don't think that means what you think it means.
And Kenchi.
First of all, I'd like to say all of you guys stole my gimmick, and it's obvious that you did.
Darn right we did.
Second of all, hello. I'm Kenchi618, and I am accepting donations, ladies.
For what?
Of what?
Being Kenshi?
Don't worry about it.
But,
All right.
but I'm worrying about it. I'm worrying about it now.
It doesn't involve you.
But you've mentioned it, and I'm listening, and now I am concerned.
That was just to get the message out. It has nothing to do with you.
Are you in some sort of financial trouble? More so than you usually are?
What exactly are they donating to you?
Like I said, it's not your problem. Don't worry about it. Let's continue.
All right.
So, what the fuck are we doing, is the question. So, Slicer, you go first.
Oh, right. I actually need to open my text document. Okay.
Notes.
Somebody else should probably go first because I actually forgot everything on this list and I need to read it to remind myself.
Oh, God.
Ahead or something?
Yeah, I kept notes over the week.
I can go first.
Zero, you go.
So the other day at work, one guy asked if I actually had emotions. And the reason he was asking this, like, I've never seen you get mad or yell at all, ever, working. And I'm just like, I don't know. I get mad. He's like, really? It's like, yeah, totally.
Haven't you heard? He's a berserker.
And then I went over to one of my other coworkers, and I was like, that guy said I'd like never get mad. Have you ever seen me mad? And then he's just like, well, sometimes when I come in, you're just like this, and then he just makes a blank face. And he's like, and I'm like, well, I guess that's when I'm mad then. So when I'm mad at working, I'm just blank faced.
Everyone at work thinks you're a killer on the low end.
You're that one person in the office they're all afraid of snapping one day.
I never get mad. I once got like one of those congratulation types cards that means like you did something good, and it just said for always working hard and never complaining. Because I think I'm the one cook who's never said, I hate you all, my job sucks, let me out of here. So,
in fairness, your job does kind of suck.
In fairness, yes, it does. I've got burns all over my arms, so there was that. Also, today is technically my mom's birthday, though we celebrated it yesterday. And the reason for that is that she and my dad have their college friends who are married, came up from Southern California, and they're going to a concert today after my brother's football scrimmage, which I'm missing right now, which I don't care about because I went to his last scrimmage. I need to go every single scrimmage. But
Who cares about the scrimmage?
yeah.
Yeah, I want to hear more about the swingers party that your parents are going to.
I don't remember what sort of concert it is. It's some sort of 80s thing. That's all I know. They went to another concert earlier in the summer, and then one earlier than that, I think. So I got my mom 2 $25 gift certificates, because although I get minimum wage, I feel the urge to splurge a little bit for presents. So,
Okay.
it was for basically P.F. Chang's, which is her favorite restaurant, and then Kohl's for clothes, because she has, like, everybody gave her Kohl's things, so she has, like, tons of money for clothes, so you can get lots of free clothes, which is nice. And also this week, I started to try to get back into writing, and this was really hard, because I was working 5 days this week, and so I had to kind of work it in, like, whenever I could when I wasn't working. So it's been really hard to get an update, but I'm working a lot less this upcoming weekend. And also next weekend is Sacramento Anime Convention, Sac Anime.
Huh.
So I'll be going to that.
Yay.
So I might not be on. I'm not going to be on the podcast at all next weekend. Unless we do it, like, before it even starts. Which is probably not going to happen.
Probably need to do it on, like, Thursday then, wouldn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but my schedule doesn't line up with that because I work early that day, so I don't know. But
Naturally.
Oh,
well.
So
You can bring back stories and fucking photos. Take photos like Sassy did.
I will bring back pictures of cosplayers in Mechagodzilla suits. Because there are those at second.
Then they'd be fursuiters, not cosplay. It's different.
It's a Mechagodzilla. It's not, there's no fur. This is steel. Just steel. Anyways, that's about it.
Steely then.
Yeah. That's about it for my week. I can't think of anything else specific that needs to be mentioned.
Wait, no. They'd be Ionese. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought of one last thing. I started up Let's Plays on my channel, my individual channel.
Yes, you did.
Because I wanted to try some solo stuff just to see how it works out. And so my friend heard about this, and he's like, dude, we need to make you play Slender. So I've never played Slender before. I have never played it before. I am notoriously bad with horror games. Like, I'm really bad with them. So he's going to make me play Slender, the original, and then the Arrival.
He's been a Let's Player for a week and he's already doing cliches.
I suppose we got to start somewhere.
It is cliche, but at the same time, I suck at horror games, and it might be entertaining to watch. Which, So, I don't know. My YouTube channel is the same as my name, King of Zero X, so you can stop by there if you want to check it out.
Make sure you do face cam and say sponsor every 3 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
My friend actually has a face cam that he wanted to bring over.
Oh, God. I was joking.
I'm not.
If you're going to do horror, though, I mean, you may as well go all the way.
Yeah, I guess.
Because just because it's cliche doesn't mean you shouldn't do it.
Okay, do face cam, and maybe if it can do that, do it in like night vision or something in black and white, maybe.
Or do it in your lucha mask.
Actually, yeah, that'd be a nice twist. Do it in lucha mask.
That'd be pretty awesome. Alright, well, that's it for my week. Let's Plays, by the way, it's hard to upload videos to YouTube. Because you have to, after you render everything, it's like, for me, it took like 2 hours to upload a video.
Oh, that's precious.
I know, but I know it's not that much compared to other people, but still, like,
It depends on the file type a lot of the time. If it's something YouTube likes, like Windows Media Video, WMV files, YouTube likes those. So try and have it, render out in that format if you can.
I've just been going with classic MP4 because I got Adobe Premiere, using that to edit it. So, yeah. I can record stuff now.
Yay. Visa, are you decent and present yet?
Yeah.
Are you decent yet? God,
well, it depends on your definition, I suppose. But anyway, first off, as unfortunately the timescale for SAO, the episodes, when they're released, it's like half an hour after we're done recording. So, very first thing I did was watch the SAO episode, and I gotta hand it to them. They really do emotions pretty well, like regret and I don't know, maybe even actual PTSD. Like showing signs that he killed people, Kirito. I mean,
yeah.
Also, it's nice to know they actually did something about Laughing Coffin. In the original series, they didn't do anything about it. They just kind of disappeared.
They kind of did, and they were kind of more important in the actual, like, in parts of the novel, the light novel. They actually did show up for, like, a whole arc. Like, a significant arc. I think it was in the spin-off, really, or the remake light novel, but they did show up to be significant. And the thing I like about the whole Gun Gale Online arc is that it really expands upon that whole past of, SAO was a thing, and people became murderers in it, and it might come back to bite you.
Almost sounds like SAO should have been, like, I don't know, its own full 25-episode season, rather than cutting it down to 12, no adequately explained reason.
Yeah.
Go figure.
But then they wouldn't have anything to do now.
They'd be doing Alfheim now, and then in the second half of the season, they'd be doing Gun Gale Online.
Yeah.
Split those into half seasons.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah. Could work that way. Probably should have, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I realized I have a Wii on like Sunday. I needed something to do because the internet was really, really slow, and I looked at my entertainment center and I'm like, what the hell is that thing? Oh, right. So I've been playing Super Smash Bros. Brawl for a while now. I'm starting to see in hitboxes that it's really weird. But
I mean, you weren't already doing that with Dark Souls?
It's to a degree, but the hitboxes are so crappy in some of the enemies there, it doesn't set in very well.
I see in hitboxes on Street Fighter.
Yeah. I didn't realize how awesome the campaign for Brawl is. It's got
really
ships
good.
suplexing each other like spaceships.
Yeah, it's a really elaborate campaign. It's the Subspace Emissary, and I love it.
Yeah. It's Meta Knight's ship has Star Fox's ship tied to it, and it just body slams it onto a mountain. Awesome. I figured out the secret to beating the Subspace Emissary, though, just without any sort of trouble. It's put a big sticker of flinch resistance on your character, and suddenly you can absorb hits, and it's ridiculous. It's pretty much what Bowser can do, but for every character. So my main is actually Peach.
The final boss of that, though, has a move that will instant kill you if you don't dodge in time. It's kind of ridiculous.
He has several of those, actually.
There's really one. That's the butterfly wing thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's garbage. I still don't know how to avoid that. That just instantly kills me.
You just have to roll at like the correct time. You gotta get the timing down. That's how I did it. Kind of a little bit Dark Souls-ish with that. Just a little bit. One hit KO.
Let's not get carried away.
I'm just saying one hit KO, you need to dodge or else one hit KO type thing.
Yeah, but this is...
It's one thing when your entire game is based around that kind of combat, and another thing when it just throws it at you for the last boss.
I'm just saying, it's a Dark Souls-ish type of moment. Is what I'm trying to...
I don't agree with that, but whatever. Moving on.
For
I
me,
actually
who
watched
just played
all of
Artorias of
Coffin
the Abyss.
Princess.
What?
It's what? You can go. That's
I was just saying, for me, who's just played Artorias of the Abyss for Dark Souls, that's what I was reminded of. Freaking one-hit KOs.
Did you beat Manus?
I just started it.
Damn it.
I just got...
Wait, no, that's good. That means I'm still the first person and, only person to have beaten it in regular new game, so, you know.
I'm in regular new game, too, so...
Do you want me to beat him at, level 20?
Yet, so,
Will that make you happy?
Suck it, Slicer.
Alright, then. Anyway, Coffin Princess. I saw the whole anime. It's, the main characters continue to be great. And it does a pretty good job of keeping the stakes high, I suppose. And tension, rather, instead of just boring downtimes constantly. Also, the sequel hooks are really good.
I need to go back and fully watch that, because I'm pretty sure that went ahead of the current manga translations.
Huh.
So,
wow.
I need to go back and catch up with that, because I haven't seen an episode of that in a long time, and they're doing a second season in the winter.
I thought it was in October, or am I thinking of a different anime?
Or fall. Sorry. Yeah, this fall they're doing a second season just right off the bat.
Huh. Don't know how well that's gonna go then, but whatever. I'll still watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Next, I moved on to something zombie Desuka. Or is this a zombie?
Is this a zombie?
Yeah.
Is this a zombie?
I really enjoyed it, actually. It's stupid fun, but it dragged on in places, and a lot of the plots really relied on stupid people ignoring really obvious facts.
It is stupid fun, but it loses your interest at least halfway through the second season. I like the first season was okay, because at one point there was actually a antagonist.
There was,
but,
yeah.
Yeah, second season is where me and my brother both lost interest.
Well, that's good to know, I suppose. I'm on episode 4 of the second season.
Yeah.
I don't have Chrome open right now, but there's another anime I was going to try next, but I completely forget the title of it. It's this long nightmare of a title that I don't know how to pronounce, but yeah. Last thing, my dagger run is complete. I beat the game, but I don't know how to splice 2 parts together, so I'll be talking to Casey about that at some point.
Adobe Premiere makes everything easy.
No, you can do that in VSDC. I figured out how a little bit ago.
Yeah, it was the Worms problem, where the 2 videos are not the same size, so it freaks out about it.
Oh, same size as in same resolution?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can probably get around that in VSDC.
Awesome. So yeah, that'll be going up as soon as I get it ready. Finally. That was my week, I believe. Can't think of anything else.
Yeah. Ken.
All right, mine's going to be shorter, I think. Well,
mine's not.
First and foremost, I got my internet back.
Yay!
Been going glad all week. Look, here's the thing. It went out on Monday, about 2 hours before we were supposed to do a Let's Play, which meant that we did not do a Let's Play.
Yeah, it was a pain in the ass.
We wouldn't have been able to anyway, trust me.
But anyway, I got paid yesterday. So, yay, internet's back.
Do you get paid every week or every 2 weeks? Or every
2
month,
weeks.
Or?
Every 2 weeks. Anyway, and it's a good thing I got it back, because there was something burning a hole in my pocket that I just couldn't hold on to for much longer. You see, a friend of mine, and he is a friend of mine, he's really a fan, but a friend of mine gave me $100 on PlayStation Network.
What?
And I have not spent it.
Seriously, what?
Yeah. Please take note that this is the same person that gave me the PlayStation 4 and Black Flag last year.
Dude, this person loves you. Marry them.
He's my favorite person in the world that I've never spoken to verbally.
All right.
And he's awesome.
Does he just have an excess of money and he doesn't care?
I asked him that question last year, and he was like, I have more money than I really know what to do with, and I like your writing, so I give you stuff.
Oh,
my God. I'm like,
That's
all right,
fantastic.
cool, sure. What am I gonna do? I tried to be like, nah, I don't need these things, but come on. I mean, I can only say that's not necessary so many times.
right.
The temptation. I try to be.
Well,
a
if he
good
ever
person.
offers again, we do have several games that we're looking to LP, so
All right,
don't need to deny that instantly.
Keep that in mind. He's also the same person that last year in October I got like a gigantic case of like 180 packs of beef jerky that I wish I still had.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
I still wish I had that. Anyway,
Eat all of it?
yes, I ate all of it. I gave like a thing with like 6 bags in it to like a friend of mine because he watched the box for me when it came to my house. He like picked it up off the porch and took it home and watched it for me. So I gave him like 6 packs. But other than that, it was all me. It was all me. I think I gave some to my dad. I gave some to my dad too. I gave like a good chunk to my dad, but other than that, it was just a fraction. It was a tiny, minute fraction of beef jerky compared to all that I ate. I lived off beef jerky for like a month.
There was so much of it, he couldn't state it in numbers. He just had to say some of them went to other people.
Yeah, I counted it out. They were like, it came in like a big brown box. And I had I had a choice. I had Jack Link's beef jerky and Oberto's beef jerky. I had original, teriyaki, salt, pepper. Yeah. So I had options.
Plenty.
Okay.
Okay, it's enough of that. That's enough of that. Anyway, his username, because I got to give him some love, is Shisora, which is Shisora. I know his real name, but I'm not going to drop someone's real name on the internet, so.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah, he's awesome. I love you, man.
Apparently.
And that was my week. That's all. I did not pay attention to anything else this week because I was waiting for my internet to come back on so I could buy stuff on PSN.
Yeah. The internet's great. You don't know how much you appreciate the internet until you don't have it anymore. So I learned this week when my internet went out on Monday.
Aha!
Yeah, our router/modem thing, it's basically a combined thing that we get from Virgin Media because we're with them for internet, that broke. And their policy is you can't just go out and buy a new one because it has to be activated by them from the distribution center. So they have to send it to you, which can take up to 3 days.
Yep.
It took 2. They were probably the most hellish 2 days I have experienced in recent memory. Everything I do is on the internet. I have come to realize this. Every single thing. I look for jobs on the internet, I watch anime on the internet, I watch TV, I listen to music, I read, everything on the internet. I couldn't write because I couldn't get the resources for all the stuff that I would need, like the canon information and all that. I couldn't upload videos, which is why we didn't have anything on fucking Tuesday or Sunday. I say Sunday, I forgot on Sunday, and that we didn't have internet on Monday, so I couldn't catch up, is what I mean. But, yeah, I had nothing, so I was reduced to playing whatever games I had left on Steam in offline mode and watching DVDs. I used physical media this week.
Yeah, that's weird.
Do you know when the last time I used physical media was? I don't. I don't remember.
I thought you were going to say some ludicrous number, but no.
I don't know. It was that long ago. So, yeah. Internet, please. Never leave me again. I can't live without you. I love you so much, Internet.
Yeah, it's getting weird.
But it's true.
It is.
And the internet loves you. The internet loves you right back as long as you go to the appropriate sites for it.
Yeah. It's also true. I couldn't download porn from the internet.
It's weird that I'm under the impression that I was the only person that did that in this call.
It is a little weird that you think that. No, everyone does. Kidding?
Can you
Then again, I'm the
download?
only person that's talked about it, so...
I don't download anything. That's how viruses are gotten.
Oh, you're one of those people.
So untrusting. Also, fucking antivirus, dude. Get one.
I still don't trust it. But that's beside the point. Continue.
So, I also started recording Dark Souls 2, which, by the way, is another thing I couldn't do because I had no internet. Anyway, so I started recording Dark Souls 2.
Because you don't get randomly invaded.
Yep. On Sunday, I recorded for 2 hours. It was great. I got some amazing random drops from the fucking crows, the fucking Channeler Trident, which is probably one of my favorite items in that game because it's so great for trolling people. I got all that. I got a Titanite slab. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I helped a load of people in PvE. Yeah. Through the soapstone thing. That was great. And the audio was shit. Audio issues could probably be the subtitle for my life story at this point. It's getting a little ridiculous. So,
were you recording with Audacity or what?
No, the capture software. It's just that for some reason the Dark Souls audio levels are just so inexplicably high.
They need to be pretty much as far down as they can possibly go without being muted. Otherwise,
literally next to mute. If you move them down any lower, they will be muted. That's
how
low they have to be to record.
Do you use OBS?
I don't know what that is.
Open Broadcaster Software.
No, I don't. I use Shadowplay. Yeah. So, 2 hours of footage, completely wasted. Deleted it immediately because it was unlistenable. You couldn't do nothing with it. It's a shame. So, yeah. Once I got my internet back, I started recording again. So I have one episode done so far. I'm going to keep doing it because we need something to replace Worms because we have like 2 episodes left. Or 1 by the time this comes out. So, that's going to start coming out in a couple of weeks probably. Aside from that, I started watching another anime. Sports one. Kuroko no Basket.
Oh, that one's super popular right now.
Yeah.
The manga, at least, was super popular. It's been getting pretty high in the rankings.
It's good. It's not amazing. Surprisingly enough, I watch a lot of sports anime.
That's weird.
Honestly don't know why. It's very, very strange for someone who is barely into any sports at all. Funnily enough, almost everything I know about sports is actually from anime.
That's horrible. Don't say things like that. Don't say things like that to me. You make me sad inside.
I only learned the rules of American football because of Ice Shield 21. I only know some of the rules of tennis and a lot of rules that aren't really rules in tennis because of Prince of Tennis, which was not so great, by the way. Ace of Diamond. I know some of the rules of baseball because of that. And, what was the other one? Oh, yeah, Hajime no Ippo. Boxing. I know some stuff about boxing, but not a lot. Go figure. I watch a lot of sports anime. Honestly, don't know how that happened. But, yeah. Kuroko no Basket, or Kuroko's Basketball, I think that translates to, vaguely.
No idea.
Or the basketball that Kuroko plays, either way. It's okay. A lot of sports anime, you tend to get the impression that they're trying to go for the whole, teamwork is central to any sport that you play. Teamwork and camaraderie, and it's basically the Nakama thing from any shonen series ever.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and some of them are good at it, and some of them are not good at it. For example, Prince of Tennis is probably not good at it. Because
no,
the
not
protagonist
really.
is kind of a dick and kind of antisocial and isolationist and is a singles player. He is terrible playing doubles. He cannot work with someone else, which is kind of pretty much anti the whole teamwork thing if you can't work with other people. And he never really gets over that problem particularly well. Anyway, this one, the basketball one, is actually pretty decent at it, because one of the main focused protagonists, because there's two, is someone that cannot score on his own. Because he is terrible at running, he is terrible at shooting, at layups, at just about everything, except passing. So he is basically the linchpin of the team that no one really notices, is kind of the point of his character.
Yeah.
That's pretty good as far as, teamwork and all that theme is. As far as that goes, that supports it pretty well.
I suppose that really ties into the recent rash of support main characters.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if that really can count as recent. I think that anime is kind of old, isn't it?
Kuroko no Basket. No, it came out 2 years ago.
Oh, all right.
It just finished its second season this year. By the way, I also really liked that they're starting to do seasons for adaptations, because it means that we don't just have, what's the term for it, gecko endings? Where it just has this weird random ending because they can't carry on because there's no more canon material to work off of. Anyway.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. But now they're doing like 25 episode seasons every year, so it has a chance to, get a bit of a lead on it, so they can keep making... I like that. That's a good thing. Anyway. I just wish in this series, Kuroko no Basket, that there were stronger characters. As in actual characters, as in people. You don't see a lot of the characters being people very often. Which is unfortunate. On the one hand, I mean, I'm not entirely sure that the entire point of watching a sports anime is to watch people playing sports. I mean, yes, it's there, and it's an important facet, but focusing on it all the time is not so great, and that's kind of what they do in this show. Whereas other ones that I think are probably better are Hajime no Ippo, which spends a lot of time with them just doing things that they do outside of boxing. Or, it's another good one. Prince of Tennis actually did this pretty well as well, just letting the characters do other things than the things that they're focusing on. It's something I like to see, and they just don't do it in this series, so... Oh well.
Oh, by the way, it does make sense that you wouldn't know American football rules. I mean, I can't really see that being a very popular sport over there.
It's kind of not. Yeah, so... Funny thing, I only had to learn about that and only ended up reading iShield 21 because Sam Jazz suggested it. Because he had the fucking American football team thing in Face Every Shadow.
Oh, so, right, yeah.
I had to learn. But I'm glad I did, because I like that sport now. Watching it, at least. Couldn't play it to save my life.
When I was a kid, I played baseball and basketball a lot. They're two of my favorite sports to play. So, why don't you check that out?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's, like I said, it's very focused on the sport and not much anything else. So, there you go. And finally, I'm an arsehole.
All right.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
So,
is that supposed to be?
No, you don't need to explain. We can just leave it there.
I could, but I won't. So I got an appointment. I got an appointment with an employment agency this week.
All right.
Except I didn't. So, £10 of travel expenses to get to a place, and then they say, you don't have an appointment today. There is no appointment set up for you. I was displeased by this. So, I am then in the mindset of, okay, someone has royally messed me about and wasted a lot of my time and money. This is not putting me in a good mood. But, see, then they decide, okay, he's here. He should have had an appointment because he applied for a job through us, and we tend to just have people come in for appointments then. But someone must have just not put it in the system. So, we'll just help him out, get him registered with us, and then maybe help him find a job. See, the thing is, my mindset doesn't change very easily.
Right.
So, when I'm annoyed, I tend to stay annoyed for a while. So, for all this time that they're trying to help me out and being nice and accommodating and saying, hey, you've got these good skills and we could actually use these in this very good and fairly well-paying job, I'm just being kind of, okay, so when's the other shoe going to drop? You're going to screw me over at some point, right? Figuratively speaking. I didn't actually say anything like that, but, you get the idea. Being very standoffish and kind of rude sometimes. And to their credit, they pretty much called me on it and said, okay, could you tone that down a little bit? I'm getting the sense that you're not very social. Okay, you're not good for customer service work. We're not going to put you in anything like that, ever. But they did actually end up helping me out a little bit. So, I'm an asshole and kind of unpleasant when, I am given mild reason to be unpleasant. So, that's not nice.
Yeah, that probably didn't help your chances of getting anything.
Probably not, but they apparently understand that part of my personality pretty well, if they're still being accommodating and helping me find work. Like I said, they've found something for me which is like a data entry position, which is something I could definitely do, because it's like typing. And what's over here, I can do that easy. So, yeah, so that was a good trip, but I was so horrible during it. It's, I'm not shy about being a dick most of the time, but, sometimes really, really not appropriate, and, yeah.
Not the best thing to do, no.
No, and there's a lot of guilt that goes with that, but, not much I can do about that now, yeah. So, yay. I'm a prick. Anyway, that's also my week done. So, manga was back this week.
Yep. For better or worse, yes.
For better or worse. I was mostly ambivalent for this week. Slicer seems to be in some sort of rage over it. So
I don't like how Bleach turned out.
Okay.
Science doesn't work like that.
All right,
okay.
I haven't read it.
Bleach.
So
we're gonna do Bleach, and we're gonna do it in order like we always do.
I'll go through it. First impressions with you guys because I haven't read it yet.
Oh, I want Zero's first impressions so bad.
Alright. So first page, we're seeing, Captain Hitsukai, I've got some drugs I want to test on you. Would you be willing to take some?
Yeah, it's basically the last page that we saw.
Basically.
All for the sake of Serete and all that.
And so, Marching at the Zombies 4.
Yeah. And, fight scene. More fight scene.
And webs.
Pretty well-detailed fight scene.
He shot out webs from his hands.
Yep.
He's Spider-Man.
Stealing all the gimmicks.
All the gimmicks.
Well, when all you have is a hammer, I suppose. The hammer is stealing stuff from other stuff.
Okay, so what page are we on? Because I didn't see the web thing.
I'm just page. I think page 5 is when he first starts shooting webs, and then page 6 shows the fully extended out. Just he's got webs coming out of his sleeves. Because screw you, web shooters.
Okay. Oh, yeah, now I see it. Okay. Yeah, I'm on the dialogue bit now.
Yeah.
So, there's dialogue in this fight with a zombie.
Who can totally banter back with you.
So, we need to clarify some things about this whole zombie thing, because What's-His-Her-Face said... That's going to be his new name, by the way. What's-His-Her-Face?
Kurosuchi?
No, the other one.
Oh.
The zombie dude.
Hitsugaya?
The other zombie dude.
The one who made Zombie Dude.
He said that Hitsugaya was made a zombie while he was still alive, so he has no free will.
Mm-hmm.
That to me says, okay, he's basically unthinking and is being controlled by the other guy. So why is Kurosuchi expositing all of his techniques and stuff, even though...
Because it's Kurosuchi.
one, you shouldn't do that, and two, the other guy can't even understand you anyway.
It's Kurosuchi. His job is lecturing people about science.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
For him, it's understandable. The guy's wearing a freaking sun on his head. Alright? If there's any character who has an excuse to talk about their stuff and the stuff that they made, it's Kurosuchi.
Yeah. And then, explaining. Fight scene. More fight scene. Still good fight scene. Granted. Then, Hitsugaya goes big fuck off ice dragon, as he tends to do.
Yeah. It works. I mean, why
And
stop a good thing?
Shit with it.
Yeah.
And then it goes back.
Cuts him in half by the look of it.
With ice, which is just downright impressive, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. And...
Then it goes
Oh,
back.
wait, did we go back to the first page by accident?
Now, here's the thing. When this first happened, I thought my fucking internet crashed again, so I was kind of pissed. I was confused until, like, the third time it happened. I was like, wait, did something happen? Did my internet fuck up, or did someone put this in wrong?
Then Hitsugaya talks.
Yeah. That's weird. That's
the point
I'm
of
looking
him
at
being
this.
turned into a zombie while he's alive. He can do that. Just doesn't...
But
No.
he's mindless. That was the whole thing.
No,
He
that's
has no
not...
no. He
He's
has
alive.
no free
He's
will.
not mindless. That's the point. He doesn't... Yeah,
He
like
has
Zero
no
said.
free
He doesn't have
will.
free will.
He's mindless. He's got a mind. He just has no free will.
Okay. That could have been explained a little better, but...
It was ambiguous, I know, with the whole language that they use. But basically, normal zombies versus regular zombies. Regular zombies just mainly have no free will. These zombies, when they're alive, have no free will and can't be controlled, but they're still alive, technically. And the other ones are dead. They're just a little bit harder to control for some reason.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
This was needlessly complicated.
It was.
If there's one problem Kubo has with designing fights, they tend to get a bit needlessly complicated, at least this far in.
Yeah.
I mean, what difference would it have made if Hitsugaya was just made into a zombie while he was still alive, but he still basically acted like any other zombie?
Mm-hmm.
Because then Kurosuchi doesn't have a sounding board to be awesome to, I guess. It's like he has a pathological
he'd still
need
be
to
zombie,
explain
and
his
he'd still be
techniques.
under the control of the other guy. So he'd still be a bad guy in this instance. So there's basically no difference. It would make no difference at all.
And then, freaking, like, Kurosuchi, I'm reminded of that time, remember when he tested that one drug on the Aruncar, where he's like, you'll be seeing my blade coming towards you for the rest of your life.
The time dilation thing.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I remember that.
That was awesome.
Actually makes sense. I was okay with that.
This
was fine.
one's more like you're hallucinating that we're fighting. Or something. I don't know. When did he even insert...
Now, here's the thing. I was not aware that Kurosuchi had Sharingan. Because
That's one interpretation.
This is some Izanami shit.
Pretty much.
It's a dream within a dream within a dream.
Now, here's the thing. Your drug literally warps reality. I'm confused by how this is working.
Even if this worked, it would just mean that Hitsugaya would not remember the fight, and Kurosuchi would just be dead on the ground. It would just reset his memories, but Kurosuchi would still be dead.
Yeah, so I think whoever said its interpretation was probably best, where it's basically him hallucinating the fight and not actually happening. But that doesn't explain how Kurosuchi would be explaining how the drug works.
So, it works on the hippocampus thing?
So my hippocampus controls reality? Holy shit.
Yeah.
I need surgery.
So basically, you're getting sent back in time to... No, that doesn't... No.
This
That's
changes
the
everything.
explanation. The explanation
time,
makes no
space,
sense.
drugs.
I need surgery so I can travel in time.
If you kill me, you get sent back in time. No. Like,
see,
is he hallucinating?
In my notes, I actually said this was a cool concept, but now that you've pointed that out, this...
My notes say bullshit.
The part of your brain...
I get the idea behind it. If you try and go forwards, then you just stand still. But if you try and go backwards, then you've achieved nothing anyway. So...
Basically, he's saying that part of your short-term memory has been altered. So every time you try to kill me, it will send you back. It will basically wipe everything. It will basically... I don't know. Does it wipe everything? It just sends you back. But it can't do that. It can't... He's just making it loop.
He's
somehow making the memory loop.
Here's a solution. How about you don't kill him?
That's it. That's
the thing. If you don't kill the enemy, you can't move forward. However, if you kill the enemy, you end up going backward instead. I like that line. It's just, this makes so little sense around it.
This is the exact reason I'm hesitant to like Kurasuchi, because he's only good when he first enters the battle. In the first battle he takes part in, and it's usually something that's complete bullshit, but it's cool. This one just... It doesn't have that cool factor to it, at least for me.
It worked for me, but it's just, it's so much bullshit.
Also, the last page, or not last page, but the second to last page, I think, page 18, that bottom right panel, just how they drew Kurasuchi there. He's just, like, completely black, just silhouette, but he's got, like, his teeth there. Like, really? That looks kind of awesome.
You know what it looks like?
Popo?
It looks like he's wearing the sunlight maggot.
I know. It's kind of awesome.
Speaking of Kenshi, I don't know if you saw this or not. I made it. I don't I don't know if it's okay that I made it, but I did.
Also, the last page. In my notes it says, that face, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it.
You mad, bro? That's his you mad, bro face.
Creepy as fuck.
Just exactly what point in time did I administer the drug to? Watch it be like 200 years ago. Screw you.
I put that in your food, like when you first showed up here. Yeah.
Like when you first
and giggles.
When I first met you, I just stabbed you in the arm and said, "Here you go. It's how we greet each other here."
Yeah, I gave one to everybody.
See, that'd be entirely in character for him, though.
Yeah, pretty much.
So no one would bat an eye.
That would be awesome. If any of you try to kill me, you get sent back in time. Congratulations.
That would kind of justify the fact that he thinks he can get away with anything, even.
Yeah.
Because there's probably like 18 million alternate realities where one of them did kill him. Or something.
I just love how smug he is about this entire thing. Because I feel like a lot of people throughout the series have hyped up Hitsugaya as he's got so much potential, he can be like he'll be the most powerful of us all one day.
And he had his own movie.
Yeah, and Kurasuchi's just like, back in time. But, oh, you've got no sense of balance anymore. Let's see how far you can go back in time.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Hitsugaya killed him twice.
Yeah, but it didn't matter.
He killed him 10 times, it's implying, actually.
Oh.
We only saw 2 of them.
But the thing is, those times do not matter. Because it never happened, technically. It sort of did for him, but it didn't happen, technically. Which is weird and makes no sense, but it's still kind of awesome.
Yeah... Hence the ambivalence on this one. I honestly don't know whether to love it or hate it.
1.21 gigawatts.
What?
It's gigawatts, by the way.
Gigawatts.
I would totally watch a parody where Hitsugaya is Marty McFly and the Doc is Kurasuchi.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
It's fitting, too, for the age range.
Doc, what are you doing? I just sent you back in time. But why?
Because I can. Because I can. I don't know.
For the good of the Serite.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Bleach 5. I forgot what number it was.
593.
Thank you. So, now we're on to Naruto 689. I can't remember what happened in this one. Oh, right. Yeah, now I vaguely remember.
Nothing happened. My notes say meh. That's it.
Alright, Seal, the ultimate evil.
Sakura did something, technically.
Oh, let's get there first. Kakashi's making new super techniques based on absolutely nothing, with no training or anything, but that's kind of par for the course at this point.
Pretty much.
So yeah, teleporting shuriken.
I can make up new techniques now. Yay!
What else happens? Oh yeah, Sakura almost points out how bullshit this whole Kakashi having Sharingan thing is, but then doesn't. Then weird rabbit thing. Gra! That's the sound effect, by the way.
Yep.
Gra.
Mm.
He likes Tom Clancy games. Anyway,
I'm just at this point with how Naruto's turning out. When you have a bunny ball as your big enemy,
bunny ball.
When that's your big, when your enemy is like big, freaking, almost ultimate form or whatever, is a giant ball with a bunny on it, a bunny ball, and other creatures and stuff.
Bunny, got a vicious streak on my way. Stop mentioning the bunny.
Like, the Biju was something, alright? I could accept the Biju as a sort of a final boss. Then this lady showed up out of nowhere.
The tree thing was a bit dumb, but whatever, we'll move past it.
Yeah.
Nature, world tree thing.
Whatever.
That's mythical, that happens and stuff.
And then this random girl shows up and she's like, "You're my bunny ball." And I just can't take this seriously.
I'd be surprised if you could. It's ridiculous.
I mean, has a bunny rabbit ever been a great, dangerous beast of myth? Ever? Apart from Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
Wallace and Gromit?
Oh, thank you.
You'll have to remind me, it's been a while since I've watched those.
Yeah,
I just remember Evil Robotic Trousers.
It was a movie.
Yeah, the were-rabbit.
I forgot what it's called.
Turns into a rabbit at night and just starts, like...
eating all of your plants.
All your cheese.
Oh, okay.
All your cheese belong to us. And everything. Just eats everything.
Mm. Hey, right, she's combining all the natures together. This thingy, ball of black thing is going to be such a big... What is this character trying to achieve at this point?
I don't know.
Like, motivation, end goal, outcome that she's looking for. What's the purpose behind everything she's doing? We have nothing. Give us something.
She wants her crystal skull back. I mean, her chakra.
Wants her skull back.
Bitch got my skull.
You're right, though. Her motivation is kind of pointless now, I guess.
She's not fighting like her motivation suggests she should.
At least Sakura got to punch this freaking lady in the back of the head. That's all I'm going to say.
We're still getting there.
Alright.
So, everyone's talking and coming up with a game plan. Kamui, blah 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 blah. It's big, it's evil, we gotta stop it and stuff, and we have to seal it. We have to seal her real body. And then Sakura comes in and says, "It would seem so." Subtext, I'm still here, guys. See, that was in my notes. Prophetic words a little bit. We'll see why in a little bit.
She just says yeah in what I'm looking at. We must steal the rabbit granny right away, and then she just says yeah.
Yeah. ...
yeah.
Mine says it would seem so, but we'll get there. She's immortal and stuff, and you can't kill her and stuff, and clones and stuff, and, you know, it's a Naruto fight, it happens. Yeah, it was a clone, it was, fucking Hengate and stuff. Oh no, she's in danger, except then she's not in danger. Because, you know, she counted them or something. Probably. I'm just speeding through this as quickly as I can because fucking it's a Naruto fight. Clones, transformations, we've seen it a lot.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So so they double team her and come from both sides and she stops both of them, right?
And then she doesn't.
And then to quote Sakura, I'm still here, damn it.
Yeah, that's gone beyond subtext and just become blatant.
Yeah.
Stop forgetting about me. I'm here too.
I wish we were more popular because then this would have been an ascended meme.
In my translation, it says, I'm here too, we're both women, don't make light of me.
Yeah, that's what mine said too.
Yeah.
I'm still here, damn it, and from one woman to another, I'm not taking any of your crap. I like mine better. I'll be honest. Not only the I'm still here thing, but
I'm still here.
I'm not taking your shit
still
anymore.
Important. I'm still a main character. I appear on the cover of things sometimes.
So, yeah, Sakura does something. Yay. Kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
Honestly, her punching that freaking lady in the back of the head has to be my favorite moment of this entire...
Ironically, it's a rabbit punch.
I was about to say that, motherfucker! You stole my joke.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's good.
It's gotta be my It's gotta be one of my favorite moments since that one time since the last time Naruto used the harem no jutsu.
Right, yeah.
Because it's just like, I'm here too! Punch you in the back of the head! Look at me! This is a cat fight now!
Yeah. I really hope that doesn't end up happening.
What?
Watch as Sakura becomes the main character in the last, 10 chapters.
It was all her story?
It was all her story. From the very beginning.
Oh, that might be the worst story ever written.
Considering a vast 2/3 of it aren't even about her? Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
She just suddenly, I don't know, I think it would be hilarious. Just be the author's last screw you to everybody.
You know what would be better? The best screw you, and I put this down as in my author's notes or something. And the last thing I updated was if it's all a dream, if it was all someone's dream before any of this actually happened in canon, someone's dream one night, the entire storyline is just someone's dream.
Naruto's mom.
Someone that had absolutely nothing, a side character's dream.
One of the gate guards are napping.
One of the gate guard wakes up, he's like, hey, is there a kid named Naruto in this village? And it's like, what's a Naruto? It's like, oh my gosh! And then it just ends right there.
I would...
just be like, is there a kid named Naruto in this village? And the other guy would say, I don't know, check at the ramen shop. Because it's a ramen shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it ended on a dream sequence, I would buy a plane ticket to fly across the ocean and high-five that man. Because you might have made me angry for the last the last 2 years with how much your story sucks now, but that was masterful trolling. Well done. I can appreciate a good trolling. A good mass-level trolling like that.
Mm.
Like the Fallout release thing. That's awesome to me. Things like that are amazing to me.
The what?
Like the fake Fallout 4.
The fake Fallout thing.
Yeah.
22.99, I think it was called. Was good. Pissed off about 1 million people, but it was good.
I'm one of them, so I can't really say I enjoy that. Fuck those people.
Though maybe it did light a fire under fucking Bethesda, who really are kind of half-arsing it when it comes to fucking story writing. Like, in every game they do. So... Fallout 3, for example. That was stupid.
I enjoyed it.
Okay. Basic research about water. It is probably one of the easiest substances to purify ever.
Yeah.
But plot demands it.
The entire plot revolves around someone building a giant water filter.
Pretty much.
Aside from the fact that you could just build a small one, have it work in principle, and then just scale it up, you know. Broken Steel, they're delivering water to people in Broken Steel. How does that make sense?
Because you have to get water places somewhere. They don't have pipes anymore.
The entire region is next to a river. The entire point of the project was to purify that river. Why don't people just walk to the fucking river?
Because the wasteland is dangerous.
Yaogua and death claws everywhere.
Yeah.
The death claws are nowhere near the fucking river.
Really depends on what level you are. But, yeah, sure.
Anyway. Before I end up ranting about fucking Fallout for a long, long time and how much better New Vegas is, because it is much better, by the way. If you were ever put off by Fallout 3, play Vegas instead, because it's so much better. What are we doing? Oh yeah, next topic. That was Naruto, whatever number it was. What number was it?
I don't know.
689.
God, that's been going for too long. Then again, Hajime no Ippo is on chapter 1065.
Shows no signs of slowing down.
It feels like it's getting close to the end. Like, the main character is fighting number 2 in the world. So...
Just the 2 fights left, then, unless they bring in somebody else?
Hey, after he wins...
Just the 2 fights left unless he loses.
After he wins that title, he's got to defend it.
Also true.
True.
Though I get the feeling that if he wins that title, he is going to be critically injured and have to immediately retire afterwards.
Oh, is that how it's going?
I bet that's how it's going. I mean, the entire point is that he can take a beating. And he does that in every single bout. Yeah. Prime candidate to get punch drunk, thank you. So, what's the next topic? Okay. We're doing the game stuff this time, though we missed out on last week.
Yay.
So, favorite game protagonist. I really should have thought about this before I put this on the topic list. Whoops.
Crap. Yeah, you're right.
So, who wants to go?
No.
You know, thinking about this, it occurs to me how many characters are just blank slates.
Yeah.
You know what?
Kind of
Favorite game protagonist, Luigi. There.
I knew it was going to be Nintendo.
I'll give you that. That's a good character.
Because
that's an interesting character, especially compared to his brother.
I like him because he shows such a stark contrast to frickin' Mario, who's all like blank hero type thing. Luigi's like, he's scared of a lot of things.
Yeah, Luigi's more of a reluctant hero, if anything.
But like he overcomes that fear to go out and save his brother and save the world in Dark Moon and his actual own games that he has. Like, I like him as a protagonist more because he's got more character to him.
Yes.
And also,
I will agree with that as a good one.
And the Paper Mario games really kind of flesh him out in some interesting ways, as in he's, like, he tries to go on a Paper Mario adventure like Mario in Paper Mario The 1,000-Year Door, and every single partner he gets is like, this guy owes me money, or this guy messed up and threw me into lava on accident, and I'm just waiting for revenge. Or this
I remember
guy,
that, yeah. You come across this party, and it's just hilarious.
Or this guy was in theater once, and he played the best thing of grass ever, and I need to get him in another show. You know, just like, okay, Luigi, he's kind of like he kind of fails a lot of the time, but at the same time, it makes him endearing. He's not the super awesome protagonist. He's just a guy who lives in the shadow of his brother and tries to do good when he can.
Yeah.
So I like him better than most of the other generic blank slate video game protagonists that are just, oh, we're gonna go save the day, guys. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Luigi's like, do I really have to go? You're sending me in there? Really? Okay, I can be like my brother, maybe. And then when he does succeed, it's just like, darn you, Green Mario.
Yeah, no respect for that one.
Yeah.
No respect at all.
So, I'd have to say he's by far one of my favorite video game protagonists because of these traits that flesh him out a lot more than basically the rest of the Mario cast.
Yeah.
I think, I want to say, like, the rookie from ODST, or even Link from The Legend of Zelda, but both of those...
Which Link?
Well, okay, Link, it really depends on the game, but...
Wind Waker Link is very
expressive.
expressive.
Yeah, most of the time he's pretty blank.
Yeah. Because, like, I know Wind Waker Link is super expressive. Twilight Princess Link does have some stuff going for him. Skyward Sword Link has dialogue options.
Oh, yeah.
Which is really interesting.
Wow, that puts him on level with most RPG protagonists ever.
Yeah, but he's got some moments where, like, you can see some endearing character, like, for example, him interacting with, you know, Groose. You can see him getting closer to the guy, and that's kind of a fun little character development thing. So, it depends on the game, really, but he's very solid protagonist-y. Whereas Luigi seems to only talk in, he says Mario, he calls out for Mario in his Luigi's Mansion, you know, games, but he talks in every other Mario game a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty
weird.
talkative.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to think of good ones. Honestly, one of my top ideas is probably the protagonist they chose in Undead from Dark Souls. Strangely enough.
That's
because
also
that's
a blank slate, though.
That's probably one of the best blank slates I've ever seen, though, is my thinking.
I personally, I just want to throw in Shulk from Xenoblade I like as a character. Because at first he starts off kind of generic, but then it gets far more interesting, like at least halfway or, you know, into the game. Or not even that, he starts getting more and more development and becoming more and more of an actual character, and there's actually plot reasons for that development that you find out later, which is really interesting. Also, he's a nerd. And I like a character that can be a nerd, and he's totally a nerd.
I am going to pick Big Boss from the Metal Gear series.
All right.
The original one.
Metal Gear Solid
the
series.
Original Big Boss.
Metal Gear Solid series, whatever. Doesn't matter. Same guy. And I pick him instead of Snake because Snake isn't really like Solid Snake, because Snake isn't really... I mean, Snake's kind of cool and everything, but he's kind of
It's hard to call him a person.
Yeah. He's kind of just like I'm just fighting because it's all I know how to do, and someone's got to do it, and he's all morose and stuff. But with Big Boss, at least, like, he started like that, and they had him start like that in Snake Eater. But as that game goes on, he gets more in the mindset of, why am I doing this? I'm killing my teacher and all this stuff. And in the games after that, you actually start getting background and him fleshing out why he actually ended up becoming a terrorist in the first place.
Yeah. Also, not to get too deep and explorative into fucking the themes and messages of Metal Gear Solid, but Solid Snake, really, he feels like a machine, and I get that that's probably what they were going for. He's as much a tool of war as the fucking Metal Gears that he's constantly fighting against and all that stuff, but I think they took it a little bit too far. He just feels bland. It feels like you could, in fact, just replace him with a robot, and it would make very little difference to the plot of the story.
Yeah, because the people he's fighting for, he's fighting, in the last game, he's fighting to stop Ocelot from doing what he has to do to stop the Patriots. Ocelot's going to end up stopping the Patriots if his plans work. And he has to stop Ocelot, and he tries to stop Ocelot anyway because it's going to just wreck the system, and that'll wreck everything. But you don't agree with the system in the first place, so why are you fighting to save it? Because someone has to, apparently, so that was his motivation. At least with Big Boss, he has actual motivations, he has actual goals he wants to accomplish. He has actual things he's trying to do.
He wants things to happen rather than to have things remain stationary.
Yeah.
And keep everything the same.
Yeah.
I think, looking through my shelf of games here, I think I actually like Soji Seda a lot, the protagonist of Persona 4. If you take
the anime into
dialogue
consideration.
paths.
If you take the anime...
But you can't take the anime into consideration for favorite game protagonist.
Yeah, true.
That's not fair.
But, I don't know.
That's the thing with the anime, though. They take the dialogue options from the game for the most part.
Yeah.
Here's a thought. What's the ruling on Borderlands characters?
I mean, you collect the little audio things, so they have background, I guess.
They do, but I was more talking about what about between Borderlands 1 and 2? Because in Borderlands 1, they were protagonists, but in Borderlands 2, they're supporting characters, but they get a lot more exposition into what the characters are. So does the characterization from the second game where they're not protagonists count towards them being protagonists in the first game?
I think so, yeah. They're still the same character.
I'd count it.
Okay.
Despite the fact that they are significantly nerfed in the second game.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of. You get the feeling that things are a lot bigger and a lot more dangerous in the second game.
I guess, but have you played as a level 50 or 60 max level character from the first game?
Yeah, you can stomp Skags. Guess what? You can do that in the very first 5 minutes in the second game. I might have misheard you.
Yeah,
if you're if you're top level in the first game, you can stomp Skags without any trouble. You can do that easily in the first 5 minutes of the second game, is my argument. Bullymongs, by definition of being big, huge, fucking ape-like monsters with 4 arms, are much more dangerous than 2-foot dog things that occasionally spit poison.
I meant the hardware and the abilities they have, rather than the...
Yeah.
I don't know. Rather than what they fought. But yeah, I suppose, I like Krieg. He's awesome.
Krieg.
Yeah. The Psycho you can play as, the DLC character.
Oh, yeah. He's an interesting one, actually, because he's got the split personality thing going.
Yeah. A lot of good fits.
I wish there was... Yeah, because he's DLC, you don't get very much into those characters.
Unfortunately.
So far. You might get it in the next... Well, not the next game, but the game after that, because the next game's a prequel. Ooh, how about Claptrap?
Can I consider Handsome Jack a protagonist because of the prequel game? Because
no, because you can't play as him.
Damn it!
You know, fuck Handsome Jack.
You know what?
Handsome Jack's going in the favorite antagonist category.
All right.
Yeah, he's pretty fucking great, and depending on how the backstory goes, it might be, you know, I don't know, last poor villain.
I just have another favorite protagonist. Clementine from the Walking Dead game.
Does it count?
She becomes a protagonist in the second series.
Yeah, that's...
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Granted.
And it's interesting because you're playing a little girl in a zombie apocalypse. And you can basically make her become, like, super, like, just, like, a hardened character who's just like, I can kill these zombies. What are you talking about? I can stitch my own wounds. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you can make her a total badass. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. I can take care of myself. Look at me use this ice pick and drive it into heads.
I might have to play the Walking Dead games.
You should, yeah. I'm pretty sure they're on the PC, although you may want to use a controller with them. I can't.
I believe I have the first season, but I never installed it.
In the first episode of the second season, she basically has to stitch her own wound closed, and you have to guide her. You have to like control her to go through it. It's fantastic.
This is probably a little bit spoilery, but is there a way to avoid that injury, or is it just like foregone conclusion kind of thing?
It's a foregone conclusion.
That's stupid.
Like some of these things, yeah, but at the same time, you know, you need to get into the house to get stuff. Like, you get some plot stuff, too.
I guess. I was under the impression you could just, like, leave the dog, and then it wouldn't be an issue anymore, instead of trying to help it or whatever.
You're basically left with, like, no options but to talk to the dog at the end.
Ah.
Which kind of sucks. I know, I tried to go around it on my second playthrough. But, yeah. Clementine plays a little girl in the zombie apocalypse, make her super awesome and just like the most useful person out of all the characters in the entire cast. They're like, let's do this, and you're just like, no, that's stupid, and here's why.
Racketeer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Capitalism, ho!
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm literally just looking through my game list at this point.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah. That's why I mentioned Borderlands at the very top. Jackie Estacado from The Darkness. He was a pretty good protagonist.
I didn't really get into the first game. I only played it for a few hours.
Got a lot of personality, a lot of backstory. Get a lot of insight into his character. Good stuff. Francis York Morgan.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was completely lost in who that was for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
I said York. And I meant York.
Yeah, it's been too long since I saw that LP, so I don't know.
That was a great game.
Man, I want to say Max Payne, but I can't because I like the games with Max's character. Just makes me feel so sorry for him.
Yeah.
His life is just a series of kick the dog moments. Like,
yeah.
Why can't I have nice things?
This is what happens when you jump through the air with two handguns all the time.
Had a wife and
Fate
kid.
just says, fuck you for doing that. Stop trying to be badass. That's stupid.
By drug addicts.
That fucking nightmare sequence in the first game was pretty damn effective.
I know, right?
Though, fuck that walking on the bloodline thing. That was really stupid.
I'm going to be honest. I did the cheat that unlocked all the chapters because I couldn't do that shit. so I just skipped it. I didn't use it to go past any other levels but that one. Just because I couldn't do it.
Oh, I just had a really great thought.
What?
Deus Ex Human Revolution.
I don't like Adam Jensen, actually.
I haven't actually gotten around to playing that game yet.
Also, I hate stealth. So, yeah.
Yeah, but you're terrible at stealth.
Yes, I am.
You're a bad player.
That's why I don't like it.
You should feel bad.
I want you to play Splinter Cell and record yourself playing it.
That wouldn't go well.
I know it wouldn't. That's why I want to watch it.
Well, okay, it would go well in the sense that everything would be dead.
You would do everything... No, you would be dead because you would do everything wrong and die.
Probably.
And I want to watch it, and I want to be sitting in giving you commentary on how much you suck.
Oh.
How about Scrooge McDuck?
Yeah, all right.
All the money. All the money.
Yeah, that was mostly a joke.
Really, I think
Mostly.
any character can be good as long as they're not cookie cutter, or even blank slates can really shine as long as they have dialogue options.
Yeah.
Even not then. Like I said, Dark Souls is a pretty damn good example of a blank slate because everything you do is a reflection on your character. So
that is the blankest of slates. So yeah.
Yeah, but everything is permanent. So if you say kill the crestfallen warrior in the first half hour of the game, then that says a lot about you that you would just kill someone straight up just for the measly 1,000 souls that you get from him.
Mm.
That's even when you first start, that's only one level, and that fight's hard.
And I straight up killed that guy. Oh man.
Yeah.
The only character I straight up killed in Dark Souls was Lautrec.
I needed the souls.
I got the Zweihander, and I only needed a few points of strength, so I just went up and killed the hollows on the cliff, and then the second I was able to wield it, I just swung it and killed him. On purpose. It wasn't an accident. I just really wanted to kill something with it.
I need to test out this weapon. You're handy.
Hey, you're a person.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a bad person.
So, I'm running out of... how about Stanley?
Stanley. From the Stanley Parable.
Oh, okay. I was thinking that, but that was...
Because that Stanley, technically, he's characterized by what the narrator says and what you do at the same time. Because there's one route in that game where he says, wait, you're not Stanley. Stanley always listens and obeys orders. You're actually a real person, aren't you?
Huh.
Which is
That's pretty good.
Just fantastic. It's like, okay, so the main character of this is literally the button pusher, but because I have control of Stanley, I am technically not changing Stanley. I'm just showing...
You become the button pusher.
I'm just, yeah.
I really need to play that game, but I don't want to pirate it because it sounds crazy.
I'm doing a Let's Play of that game right now, actually. So you can watch it if you want.
That seems like one of those games I'd need to play myself. It just has too much stuff that you'd want to experience first.
Try to cheat the game and you get a different end. You get an ending all of your own. I'm not even joking.
I'm gonna say I'm probably gonna get that ending first.
If you try to enable the cheats in the game, then you will immediately load up and you will find yourself in a different ending.
Huh. That's cool.
Yeah.
How about Marcus Gormley from State of Decay? That is a reference almost no one will get, but I fucking have to make it.
I saw that LP.
Yeah. Marcus Gormley.
He's a horrible person,
I have no more ideas for best protagonists, so I don't know. I'm stuck between Adam Jensen. Sorry, almost said Alex. That's a different character. Adam Jensen or the protagonist from Dark Souls.
I'm picking
one because it's amazing characterization and writing. One because it's a great interpretation of the player as the character archetype.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to throw this one out there. This one's an old one that hasn't seen a lot of stuff in recent times, but Crash Bandicoot.
What?
He has a character?
He is literally insane. Like, he spins into boxes. And
That's a character?
He is a character. Yeah, if you've played some of the other games, you could see him characterized. Like, I know in Twin Sanity, like, he's characterized because he's stuck with the doctor character. And, like, you see that both of them interacting, and he's just, like, super, like, stupid and insane, and I can do this, whatever. And then, like, you know, then he's got the smart character with him. And it's just like they're a comedy duo. And I love it.
I don't know.
That's what I'm good.
I would take Spyro over Crash.
Yeah, maybe.
Spyro actually has a character, and then they turned him into Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
I'm talking early Spyro. I like early Spyro.
Mm-hmm. Oh, gosh darn it.
We should probably move on to the next topic, by the way. We've done this one for like half an hour.
So, holy shit, we're already almost at an hour and a half. Okay, we'll just do the game stuff, because that's the next one that we have as well, which is the counterpoint to that topic, which is favorite game antagonist.
Now, I need some clarification here. Does that mean that we hate the character or we like the character?
That means the character is against the protagonist. That is all that means.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can hate them, you can like them, as long as you feel strong emotions toward them.
As long as they're a good character.
In some way.
I'm going to just throw this one out there. Bowser.
Why all your shit Nintendo stuff?
Because it's Zero.
I'm going to throw some Nintendo stuff out there because I know you guys won't.
No, I like Bowser, actually.
I like Bowser because, like, he is characterized in other games a lot more than most of the time. But
I feel like the whole kidnapping the princess thing has stopped being something that he actually wanted to do and has just become some weird psychosis, like he has to do it because it's just what he does.
Even the most recent game he appeared in, 3D World, he doesn't kidnap Peach. I think he's just given up on it at this point. He's just like, screw it, it's not worth it. I'm going to a different world.
What was his original purpose for it? It was like stealing heart magic or something like that? It was in the RPG one.
Well, he likes Peach. He has a diary in Paper Mario that details his love.
That could go wrong in very many ways if that actually gets to its logical conclusion.
Yeah.
Skitty and Wailord action there.
He's it's funny because he does have a diary in the Paper Mario original Paper Mario game where he details like his insecurities of, oh, what if she doesn't like me? She probably doesn't like me. What am I doing? But wait, no. Come on, she's the only princess. It's kind of funny. And he's just like, well, I like her.
Now?
The original.
Yeah.
The real OG. But like, I don't know. I like that. He's like in Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. He shows up as a boss for no reason whatsoever, as he just stumbles upon Mario. Well, he falls through a hole, and he's like, "Oh my gosh!" And then you find him, and he's like, "Where am I? Hey Mario, let's fight. You have Princess Peach somewhere, right?" Mario's like, "I can't talk," and then he's just like, "Okay, sure, let's fight."
He just wanted to be included. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of like the guy that nobody invites ever, and so he's kind of like really butthurt because they don't ever invite him to their parties. He just kind of crashes all the time. I think he's really just a lonely antagonist.
Oh,
which is really
a very good
sad.
case for this. Making a good case for
like
this.
in the newest Mario Party, they're like, we're gonna make this Mario Party devoted to you, Bowser. You are now playable in this game. And you can now ruin everybody else's fun. Because he never gets invited. In every single Mario Party game, he has to crash the party. Because he's not playable.
It takes place with the blocks. Yeah, the Bowser blocks.
Yeah, spaces. But
You are really arguing this case. You feel strongly about this.
I do, because he's a character that was originally thought, oh, he's just a simple boss, he's just a simple bad guy that's kidnapping the princess, and now you see he's he's kind of, I feel like he almost, in Paper Mario RPG, he sees those people as kind of his friends in a weird way, and in a sense, Bowser can't technically go out and hang out with them. That's not cool. It doesn't fit his character. So he kidnaps Princess Peach, and then he has an adventure. It doesn't matter if he dies; he just gets brought back. I literally see him as a very lonely character.
Because he has layers, Koopas are like onions.
I knew you were going to say that.
They have layers. And I think that, a lot of the time, it's just, I steal Princess Peach for no reason. It's more what else does he have to do? He's got, Bowser Jr., and the Koopalings aren't even actually his kids anymore. That's been retconned. So,
what the fuck else is he doing with his time?
What else is he supposed to do with his time? He's got
hang out with his friends.
Yeah.
And his idea of hanging out with his friends.
Yeah, and he's got to keep up that pretense of him being a cool guy, because every single time he's got, the rock and roll, and he's got the metal, and he's going to be I got to be a cool guy. So, it's funny. That's how I see him. As just a guy trying to be a cool guy and hang out with his friends at this point.
So basically you're saying he's a tryhard.
Yes! And that's what makes him such a great antagonist.
It's really strange that he's a tryhard trying to make friends with probably the most inclusive people ever in the world. I mean, let's be honest, these are people, you have princesses hanging out with tradesmen.
Pretty much.
Basically.
Foreign tradesmen, too.
Yeah.
I mean, Bowser's, these are the only actual, people in the world, though, that aren't, toads or
mushroom people.
Yeah. And
eat you.
Or bullets.
I mean,
the fucking bullet people must have it hard.
In Super Paper Mario, he's actually full on playable as one of the main characters in that game.
Which one?
And it's interesting to see how he interacts with the other characters. Because in Super Mario RPG, the original one, he's you guys are now my henchmen. Wah ha 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 ha. And you get that sense of, oh, you're actually my friends. Shut up, you're my henchmen. It's kind of depressing. He's got to keep up a pretense.
I want to make a case for the bullets.
Sure.
Bullet Bill and...
Bullet Bill.
Does he just want to hug like a creeper?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll make a case for the Thwomps from Mario. Because they just sit there up at the ceiling every day, waiting for Mario to come.
What's
when
up,
you walk
dude?
when you walk past them, they just fall and they miss you.
They drop down. They're trying to say hi, but they just drop so hard.
And then you just walk away, and they're I'm alone again. No.
Coming back down.
You don't see it, but when they go off screen, those angry faces turn to sad faces.
or the
Sorry, laughing at my own joke.
Or the boos. Every time you look at them, they get too shy and flustered because you're their senpai. You have cheated death with your multiple lives.
This is the day I'm going to talk to senpai. They're coming up behind you. And then you turn around and oh, nothing.
Yeah.
This is the weirdest fucking narrative we've built.
Oh. But they can never be with their senpai, because every time they touch their senpai, they die or get smaller.
Anyway.
To get away from Nintendo for a while, Handsome Jack is pretty compelling, actually. I mean, he's a great villain already, but it's easy to hate him. But
very easy to hate him.
I mean, Angel did kill his wife, if the journal entries are anything to be, or echo recordings or whatever.
Yeah, it was she's a siren, so her powers went fucking doolally or whatever.
Doesn't really
Right.
make a whole lot of sense. I mean,
Yeah.
her powers are tech-based. What?
They're tech-based because he made them tech-based, I get, is the implication.
Oh.
Because he basically plugged her into an AI or something. So, yeah. But, yeah, I feel like he's has a very good case for being a very good antagonist. I mean, you do see some of his backstory in, like, the log things, where he's just like some shitty IT guy or something, named John. And, I'm not entirely sure what happened after that, and that's probably going to be filled in pre-sequel. So, I'm looking forward to finding out more about, that character, even though he's already dead.
I hope his
John the programmer, yeah.
Hmm.
I hope his dialogue is as incredible as it is in Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
I hope it's ridiculously hippie friendship time dialogue. That's what I'm hoping.
I don't know. Maybe at first it'd be amusing, but it'd be too much after a while.
No, I like the idea of him being ridiculous hippie friendship guy and then getting completely fucking broken
Oh, well, okay, yeah,
by
that makes
everything that goes on and turning into a complete fucking psychopath.
sense. Such is the way of Pandora, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's see. Another villain that's awesome.
God, I want to say
Protagonist,
Ganondorf, but no.
I know.
that's shit.
No. I thought of that first too, and I was like, nah.
I made horrible comparisons to Naruto, and I just compared Legend of Zelda and Naruto, and I think I should go bathe my hands in acid.
Please do.
Oh.
King Seeker Frampt.
Ooh,
All right.
that's an interesting one. Though, is he really the antagonist?
He is if
Yes.
you're playing Dark Lord route.
Does Virgil
But
count as
then
an
he ends up being
antagonist?
Toady. Sorry?
Does Virgil from Devil May Cry count as an antagonist?
Yes.
Okay.
Which Devil May Cry do you mean?
3.
Yes. Absolutely.
Alright.
Antagonist can mean rival as well as villain, so, you know.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to throw out Proto Man.
Proto-Man?
He
Yeah.
kind of goes on the border, but yeah, I suppose he could count.
Yeah,
He's the guy that tells you to burn down the forest in Mega Man 7, right?
I haven't played Mega Man 7.
I don't know, I only watched the Let's Play of it.
But basically, he is the prototype Mega Man who was basically supposedly fallen in battle and left for dead by his own maker, and then Wily picks him up, gives him an unstable reactor, or rather, I don't know, his backstory kind of changes depending on what form you're looking at, but basically he's a prototype, he works for Wily now, and he hates the world when you first meet him, but then, at some points, I feel like he kind of is guiding / training Mega Man in a weird sort of way antagonist. Like, he shows up and he's bound to kill you several times, 'cause he's freaking jumping with a shield and shooting all the time.
And that's why I think he was found mostly destroyed and reprogrammed to be loyal instead of taken in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was, in fact, that character that I was talking about that tells you to burn down the forest as a hint.
Yeah. So,
There's a good
yeah.
Game Grumps animated about it. It's pretty cool.
I like that he's like the antithesis. He's the hero that, the people forgot, whereas Mega Man's like the new hero, and he's like, they're just going to, it's the same thing that's going to happen to you. It's going to happen to me. You can't do this, sort of thing. Hanging that ideology in there.
Yeah.
So,
once again, I'm looking at my game list.
I'm thinking, now I hated the main character in this game, but I hate them from Assassin's Creed 3.
That game.
I know.
Oh,
So who are we talking about for antagonist?
Connor's dad.
Hatham.
Okay.
I like Hatham.
I like him too.
I'll give you Hatham. I can totally be down with understanding that. It's Hatham.
I'm iffy on it because of the game that surrounds him, but yes, he is a interesting character.
I didn't hate AC3. It's just not my favorite one.
It's bad.
I don't hate the game itself. I hate Connor. I hate him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because there were several cool moments in that game that made it fun, and it introduces the boat mechanics. But like Connor himself was kind of annoying. He wasn't as charismatic as Ezio or as just pure awesome as Altair.
Or as fun as Edward Kenway.
Yeah. So that's my take on it.
Hmm.
I think I like, I don't know, there isn't really any concrete information on him, but I like Master Hand from, well, the game I'm playing right now, Super Smash Brothers.
Master Hand.
Yes.
Okay.
He just organizes a tournament like this for no reason, and that's it.
Original Super Smash Brothers opening. All the characters are action figures, and Master Hand places them in position, and he is basically controlling them to battle like puppets. He is the puppeteer.
All right.
He is the creator of this entire thing, and he's basically the one that sort of brought all these characters to life. And so that's what makes him like the sort of god character that you have to kill.
It can be construed that you are Master Hand.
Yeah.
Versus mode,
Pretty much.
you pick everyone with a fucking hand. So, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, there's in Melee, you can actually play as Master Hand through a glitch.
That seems
Yeah, I've seen that before, yeah.
I've done it. It is awesome. I can't understand half his moves. It requires some really weird inputs. But it's awesome, and the game will never end unless you set it to life. Because he can't be KO'd.
I guess that would explain why you need to take a life bar down instead of like normal.
He can't be knocked off screen. It's impossible.
I am looking through my game list and I can't find any good antagonists.
Yeah, they're kind of rare, unfortunately.
Blue from the original Pokemon games.
I hate Gary, though.
That's a good shout.
Yeah. Blue. Gosh darn it. I hate you.
Kind of a dick. Kind of solidified himself as your rival just by being a dick. Then gets some decent subtle characterization. Then he gets shit on at the very end of the game, and it's half satisfying, half sad to see.
Oh man, that was a really tough dungeon. The good thing the town is right there. I can see the Pokemon Center right here. Oh, what's that? What's that music? It's Blue. Coming to take all your Pokemon out.
Yeah. Then you get your revenge by killing one of his Pokemon.
No, you get your revenge.
And then later you get your revenge by him beating the Elite Four, becoming champion, and then you immediately ripping it away from him.
Yeah.
I say you get your revenge the most when you start the game. Because his grandpa's like, "What's your name again?" And then you're like, "Well, your grandson's name is this."
I think that's just what started off. That's the initial insult that sparks the war.
That's some new game stuff. Like that's what you start a new game. You're like, I will name him this.
Douche.
I will name him Douche Nozzle. And then his grandpa will forever refer to him as Douche Nozzle.
That's not my name. What's his name is Daisy. You're gonna name me Douche? You know her name.
And then he gets.
Sorry,
and you know what,
it was a Dukes of Hazzard reference, but I got it wrong.
You know what makes that worse is that when he gets to the Elite Four and when he becomes the champion, it will most likely save in as his name Douche. With a picture of him and his team.
It follows him. That name
it will follow him for the entirety of his life.
Yeah.
And then in gold and
Great.
silver continuity, I just like if you name him douche something in gold and silver continuity, I was like, I was tired of that name, so I legally changed my name to Blue instead of douche.
Yeah, you're almost making a good case for Red to be the villain.
Gosh darn it.
Ooh, okay. The Red from the Pokemon. Twitch plays Pokemon.
Oh, Lord Helix. Oh.
I don't know if he can count as an antagonist, but he's definitely not exactly a hero.
He's a schizophrenic trainer that can't run, that has trouble moving, and apparently always is in fear of ledges.
Yeah, that's more of a villain protagonist. That's the thing. An antagonist goes against the protagonist. Doesn't necessarily have to be
I feel sorry for Blue after making that entire deal.
Yeah.
His grandma can't remember his name. His rival basically chooses his name for him. And
His
even when
Pokemon dies.
his Pokemon dies, and even when he accomplishes like everything and like is at the top of the world, you come
He
in.
achieves his grandest dream, and then it's ripped away from
By
him by the guy that's been fucking him over every step of the way.
With weaker Pokemon. Because my Pokemon were way weaker than Blue's when I beat him.
Because smell you later, that's why.
Oh, that was a depressing
Oh,
series,
you know what?
wasn't
Team Rocket. I'm going to throw out Team Rocket.
All
it?
right.
Team Rocket, really?
From the game, really?
In Pokemon Yellow, you have Jesse and James appear, so boom.
Why are they good antagonists? They suck.
That's why they're so good.
Did they even know they suck? They mention it multiple times.
I know, and that's why it's so good, because they're the worst of Team Rocket, and they're super poor, and they have to like work day jobs half the time just to make it through, and it's just funny because they're just like, oh look, it's a Pikachu, want to go catch it? Sure, I worked up, I saved up money working at that cafe across the street. Let's go do this. Because Team Rocket doesn't support us.
Maybe they lose all the time because they can't feed themselves to their Pokemon. Maybe
They
that's
really
why.
can't, and it's kind of funny.
I don't think that counts as game antagonists.
It
when
doesn't.
You're talking about anime canon.
It doesn't, but I'm humoring him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel they should be mentioned because it is an anime based off a game, and
Consider them mentioned.
consider them mentioned as then put into the hat. We're talking. Also, let's see. Favorite game antagonist.
Ooh, Officer Tenpenny from San Andreas. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Oh, fuck that guy.
God, he was a dick.
Yeah. He
Samuel
really
L. Jackson.
pulled off that corrupt cop, though, really well. I mean,
Yeah.
wow.
Gosh darn.
Then again, he
I'm trying
was
to-
voiced by Morgan Freeman, though, so I mean, of course
Samuel
he's going to be
Jackson.
great at whatever he
Samuel
wants to do.
Jackson.
Wait, what did I say?
Whenever you said Morgan
You said
Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
Okay, yeah, that was way off.
Every time I think of that character, I just keep remembering the one scene where like you're in Vegas, and at this point in the game I'd like completely broken the casinos. I'm like made like $6 million on blackjack, so I'm rich and everything and successful.
Yeah.
Then I have to still go see this motherfucker for some reason to do something for him, and he's grilling in the backyard of a house, and then he fucking punches me in the stomach because he can.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna throw another Nintendo one out there.
God damn it.
Because I'm trying to think of them, and it's really hard. So in Super Paper Mario, throughout the entirety of the game, and this is kind of spoilery, but it's an old game, so it doesn't matter. But throughout the entirety of the game, you think this one character that appears in the beginning, you think he's the main antagonist. And as you go through the game, at the end of every chapter, you get a little bit of some weird sort of dialogue backstory, which you relate later on to the main antagonist, another character that's your ally. And after you beat him, the story basically gets hijacked by the subordinate of the main antagonist, who's like, yeah, I control dimensions and stuff, and screw you, I'm gonna go ruin the world anyways. And then he,
okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And then he goes and, it's Dementio is the name of the character, and he goes and he basically is like, Luigi will bring about the end times, and so he, like, absorbs Luigi and he creates a giant death machine to try and destroy you. Because why not? And I like that. He's a fun character, like, overall, just a fun character, because you get the feeling that, you know, he's just screwing with you the entirety of the game, and not really even, like, trying to stop you until the end, because he wants you to sort of kill his boss for him.
Pretty much, yeah. Also, since you mentioned jesters, Cicero from Skyrim.
Oh, yes! Yes! Cicero is best.
I don't want to give any credit to any Skyrim characters ever.
But it's Cicero. You can have him join you later on, and that's great.
Why? Why would you want that?
Because then you can tell him to go fight Alduin. Or not Alduin, but any sort of dragon. You can tell him to go fight any sort of dragon, just say, hey, you go do that. I believe in you. And then you can watch him fight a dragon and die horribly.
I'm actually looking at a list of best villains, supposedly. Games Radar. It's not a good list. But it might just be showing me the fact that there aren't very many good villains.
Yeah.
I mean, I see Elusive Man on here. That's not a good villain.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Shodan's probably good, but I've never actually seen him. Pyramid Head. Pyramid Head's pretty good, actually.
In the original one, in the game he appeared in,
yes.
yeah.
In Silent Hill 2.
Wesker. How about Wesker? How's your opinions on Wesker?
Oh, Wesker.
If he ever had a plan that made sense, I would give him credit. Otherwise, not so much.
Freaking Wesker. You know what? Here's my favorite game antagonist right here. Tom Nook, Animal Crossing. He owns everything.
Yep.
He owns your butt and your town. You think you're the mayor? No, you're not. He is.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking, Skull Kid from Majora's Mask. Screw you, I'm gonna drop a moon on this entire world because why not?
Yeah.
I have to give credit to Tom Nook. Tom Nook is probably the best one that we're going to see.
Yeah.
Tom Nook owns that crossing. If you want to cross that crossing, you're crossing Tom Nook.
Yeah. The Book of Nook. Don't want to mess with that Nook.
Mm.
He owns... Although I did technically become a millionaire in Animal Crossing, but still I can't have as much money as Tom Nook.
Nope.
No.
Because that's infinity money.
He's got a mall later on, basically. He's basically got a mall. And he's the only place that sells anything that's not clothing.
You think you're making money for yourself? No, you're making money for Tom Nook.
You are. Where does all your money go? It goes to Tom Nook.
Yeah, you literally can't sell to anyone else. You can't buy from anyone else.
You can sell to the llama in New Leaf, this alpaca person. But, yeah.
It's probably a subsidiary of Tom Nook.
Yeah. The song seems to imply that.
GLaDOS.
It feels very cliche to say GLaDOS, but GLaDOS is... It's cliche because that character is very, very good.
Yeah.
Mm. Also, for some reason, the Fog from Persona 4 is on this list. What the fuck?
Freaking the Fog. I blame the Fog. Just screw you.
Well, bad things do happen in the fog.
The narrator from Stanley Parable.
Is he a villain?
Depending on what path you take, he is a villain.
He is an antagonist if you choose to work against him.
Okay,
I'll give you that.
I'll tell you this. There is one thing where if you take one ending, he said, "Oh no, if you'd gone that way, you would have had a." I had the whole script in that and you meet your wife, you have a friendly, happy relationship, happy ending, everything fades to white. And then you go down that route, and he said so. And instead of that being what he said in the other route, he's like, "Hi, you think I would let you actually have a happy ending?" And then he basically puts you back in your office.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, we need to cut this off right now because we're at an hour and 55.
All right.
So we had questions. We did not get to them.
We're sorry.
Question from kind of Fix We Reread. Go.
Harry Potter and the Natural 20.
The Champion's Champion. Or Harry Potter and the Champion's Champion.
Also good.
You see, the stuff I tended to reread is now been taken down, so I can't count it anymore.
Sure you can.
You
have a copy of it?
No, I don't have a
Less than
copy.
0. There we go. Less than 0. How about that?
Don't save my stuff.
But,
It's not
but
cool.
if I reread it, then it's real.
Fine, whatever. I don't want this to be a site. I don't want this to be a showcase for pimping my stuff. I can do that just fine on my own. I can pimp my own material.
I don't reread very often, so I have nothing. Sorry.
Yeah.
I usually don't, but I mean, there are a few really good ones that I do.
All right. Moving on. Everybody got...
Next question is from Boy Buy Fresh or Boy Be Fresh. Favorite Saturday morning cartoon. We do not have time for this one, so I'm going to copy and paste it into next week's notes. We cool with that?
We do that first to make sure we get to it.
We cool with that?
I want to do it
Okay.
first.
All right.
'Cause that's a long conversation.
That's a long one.
Okay, so just open the next document, doing a fucking paste. Bam. Right. And recommendations to close out. So, who wants to go first?
I can go first. I'm going to recommend Breaking the Cycle by The Seeker 64.
I think I've read that one.
It's completed as of April 1st. So it's 65 chapters over almost 400,000 words. And the base of the story is that Knight Lautrec finds out that Lord Rand is being cycled over and over and over in New Game Plus and with everything else. And with every single time the game is replayed or played new. And he comes to, realize, all right, we're looping over and over and over again. And so he goes to recruit Quilana and Patches. And he's like, we're going to the Undead Asylum. We're going to break this cycle. And then he does that, and things get really, really weird and messed up. And it's fantastic so far.
Okay.
And I'm liking how they're characterizing Lautrec. Because he's actually Quilana's like, you killed Anastasia Vastora, you killed the Firekeeper Firelink. I remember you. And he's like, don't even go there. It seems like he's got some legitimate reasons for that, like character reasons, which I like. So it makes me feel slightly bad about killing him right off the bat for that.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't.
But it's very good. It's very well written, and I would recommend it if you like Dark Souls. If you don't like Dark Souls, why don't you? Gosh darn it.
Okay. Slicer?
The benefits and disadvantages of immortality. It's basically, I'm sure we've all at least read one fic where a character is looping in time.
Yes.
Well, this Harry's been doing that for a very, very long time. Centuries at the very least. And he's bored of everything. So, he decides that he isn't feeling very Harry Potter-ish that loop, but he still wants to stay in Britain, so he turns himself into a familiar or an animal in this sense. I don't want to spoil anything. But it's really good. It's very humorous.
Okay.
Also, the author has a Naruto story that's also pretty good, but I cannot remember the title of it. He's only got 2 fics, so I mean, just go to his page and find it.
Okay, just remember to link that so that
Just did.
I can look at it. And mine is Best Workout Ever by Aetherpool. The Dark Souls fic, basically think of it as a self-insert, only one of the good ones where the self-insert is kind of rubbish at everything because, they're a self-insert. So,
Alright.
some aspects of the game are pretty much the same, others are a little bit different. So, for example, time actually moves forward in realistic ways. So, first couple of chapters, I think, he saves what's-his-name of what's-his-place from the Undead Asylum because, that was really stupid the way he died.
Yeah.
It's Oscar of Astoria.
Thank you. And they make their way outside of the asylum. By the way, that was supposed to actually not happen. He was supposed to survive and be your antithesis throughout the whole game, but,
Yep.
Development is difficult and stuff, and things have to be cut sometimes. Oh well. Understandable in that circumstance. Anyway, so they make their way out of the asylum and get to Firelink, and they decide, okay, we're going to stop here and take this opportunity to work on our abilities because we're in this really fucking dangerous place. And time goes by, and then Ray shows up, as she probably would do if time were moving realistically rather than showing up like when you do the fucking bells or whatever.
Wait, who shows up?
Ray. The priestess lady. Of Thorland. The fucking
Oh, okay.
lady in white, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So she shows up with her bros. And stuff happens, and it's fun stuff, and interesting stuff, and it's well written, so give it a shot. If you're a Dark Souls fan. If you're not a Dark Souls fan, you can probably still read it.
Is it newbie friendly? Or does it kind of assume you've played the game?
It's fairly newbie friendly. The person that is self-inserted knows the plot of the game, so he knows where certain things are and knows pretty much what's going on and what's going to happen. Except things change very quickly, as I mentioned, so that's less of a factor, and he starts to forget, as sometimes happens in these kind of fics. So, it's a little bit newbie-friendly, but you could do with either watching videos of the game or watching videos of the plot of the game, like, what's his name, Vatu Video or something?
Prepare to Cry?
Sorry?
Prepare to
Robot
Cry?
Sensor? Yeah, those ones.
Yeah.
Watching those would be useful. And then you could probably just read this fic straight up. Yeah. It's a pretty good one. It's about 35,000 words, just over.
I am going.
Worth reading, in my opinion. Just updates very, very slowly. So,
Ah.
All right. I am going to take back what I said before. I do have a recommendation.
Okay.
I am going to recommend a manga called The Breaker. It's a Korean manga.
Yes! I will second
All right.
that.
And it's a martial arts manga. The whole weak kid bullied at school learns martial arts things. But
Yeah.
the thing is, it's a lot darker than Kenichi History Strongest Disciple is.
Or Hajime no Ippo.
Yeah,
it
it's a
is.
lot darker.
It gets super dark.
And it gets cooking like way faster. So, for those of you that are impatient to see things happen.
It does in the first series, but there's a period of time in the second series where the main character is kind of sort of useless for a period of time, and then he gets super awesome on like a really, really fast scale. Like all of a sudden it's like, all right, he's got something, and it just goes like straight up, like, oh my gosh. It's really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a fan of it right now. I was reading it before we started, and I remembered that. So yeah.
You still reading the original Breaker?
Yeah.
Or New Wave?
Original,
Okay. Well,
original.
New Waves is next, and there is a long period of time when he kind of doesn't do much in terms of fighting, him as a main character, because some plot stuff happens.
I'm fine with that.
And then when he comes back, he's just like basically the most awesome person on the face of the entire planet, sort of, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're pretty much ending this episode right here because we're running way past time. So I would like to thank everybody for listening to Fandom Flux Podcast episode 49. If you'd like to get in contact with us, you can do so through the blogspot page, the comments, or our own personal profiles on fanfiction.net, or through the YouTube channel through the comments. Once again, I would like to thank everybody for listening to the Fandom Flux Podcast episode 49. Bye now.
Bye.